Benny.
Greetings and welcome back to another episode of The Rose Bush. My name is Rose. Joining me today is my dad, Steve, and we are continuing our Wren hole. Yes, I'm going to continue to say that. Down the Wren hole of videos of Wren. As I said on my previous videos, if you haven't subscribed to his channel, do that. Follow him everywhere. It's great. Mental health is so important, and this is just another artist using music as an outlet. And so we're going to continue our Wren hole reactions to the next one, which is Wren, the Tale of Jenny and Screech.
Yeah, so this is, again, like on High Wren, when we watched High Wren.
Yeah.
You know, that one was, I told you, was a one take.
Yeah, is this another one taker?
So this actually, the Tale of Jenny and Screech consists of 3 actual songs that he did at separate times. And these were all one takes where he actually filmed them out in the streets live. I saw in the interview as well, like they had to redo them many times because somebody would yell, you know, like shut the fuck up and shit like that,
hecklers.
you know, while he's trying to do it because he was doing it at night. But you can hear you can hear all the street and everything going on around through it. But it is 3 different songs that tells a story. And again, it's called Tale of Jenny and Screech.
Nice. Let's go ahead and get into
check it out.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before. She wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14.
What?
I'm laughing at the graffiti on the wall.
Oh, what is it? I didn't even notice. Back it up. Let's see. I wasn't even paying attention.
Okay. Oh, it's right there.
That's funny.
I mean, you said it's out in the streets, so
Yep.
we're at the streets.
That's funny.
Okay.
Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain, he'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech. He was quick on his feet, he was a liar, a thief. At 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared. Sirens sound in the distance to the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Up or go Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
All right, so that's the first installment, and that was Jenny's Tale,
Yeah. I didn't expect it to go
right?
that way. I thought it was going to be a love story. It's totally not a love story at
Okay,
all.
right. So that's Jenny's Tale, and obviously, talking about kids living in the street of London,
Yeah.
and obviously, he talked about the knife, which I thought was really that the knife was his weapon of choice, because that's actually a real problem in London.
Well, they don't have
Stabbings.
access to guns.
Right, so there's a lot of stabbings, a lot
Yeah.
of kids getting stabbed and things. So interesting. But anyway, let's
Yeah.
continue on to
Let's go ahead.
Screech's Tale next. I do have to say, though, he is pretty good, amazing guitarist.
Yeah.
Our story, it starts right at the end. At the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away. Hey, babe, are you in? Nah, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes! Siren sound.
I see why he made a reference to Eminem in his High Ren video, because they're stories. It's almost they're skits in a way,
like
just
he
like
does a lot
Eminem
of-
does
So
with his stories and
Right.
storytelling.
So spoiler alert a little bit in the sense here, like in some of the interviews that I've seen with him, these videos here, and some of the other ones that he's doing, that I'm sure you'll see eventually, are kind of like, I think, parts of his proof of concept, because he actually wants to be a director, and he has a whole pilot written for a show for Netflix. It's kind of
Awesome.
Black Mirror-ish, but musical.
Oh, I'm into it.
So
He had to get
that
musical.
and I think a lot of these videos that he's done, these one take type of things, and some of the other
It
videos.
takes a lot of prep for one take.
Yeah,
It's
these are
meticulous.
like that. Like when we saw Genesis, I didn't mention. I think Genesis was the one that he mentioned in the interview that they literally had to do like 180 times.
Jesus.
Because people kept interrupting. All that depended on him walking down the street with people not getting in the way and cars not being in the way, and
Yeah.
all the video choreography of the camera person moving and getting everything. It takes a lot to
It's
do.
a lot.
And so I think so some of these videos are based on proof of concept of that too. That's the reason why he filmed things, because all the decisions, all the direction of all
Yeah.
these videos and that he did do, kind of his idea. And the camera person filming in this particular one is Sam Thompson, his friend. He actually is an amazing singer and everything too. But he's actually the one video recording
Nice.
this one. But anyway,
Cool.
let's continue.
Continuation.
Sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
Wow.
Our story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying one street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Unnecessary violence. It's sad.
So that's
sad.
That's Screech. So, and you know, as he said, you know, he's a kid, you know,
Yeah.
but stuff like that happens all the time.
Yeah.
And you know, it's sad, but you know, it's kind of reality, and that's what I think. You know, this whole thing is. But the one that wraps it up is this next one, and it's called Violet's Tale. And, you know, you kind of don't understand where Violet comes in, but you'll figure it out.
Well, all right.
Let's go. The guitar work in this one's awesome, too.
I will say something about his guitar playing. It's very Latin.
Well, he
inspired.
Back
in.
But he did go to university there, the music big in Brighton. You know, that's where he met all those guys from the Big Push too.
Nice.
They're all from the Romaine, the guy who played the guitar solo, and the one that we watched previous. He's from France.
Nice.
So
cool. Awesome. Violet's Tale. Let's
Violet's
go.
Tale, let's
Violet.
go. Boot it up. Man, that was such a 90s term.
Boot it up. Look at those fingers.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beeps and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep. She's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's Tale. Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you of the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone, crack, knick, knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw and the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet.
Oh, shit.
Not one word. She stays quiet. London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins are lying side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
Damn.
Hey, Rose here. I just wanted to pop on in because I'm in the middle of getting ready to edit this video. I have so many more thoughts that I want to go ahead and just get on into regarding the Tale of Jenny and Screech, because in the interim from when this video was filmed and to me editing it, I've been listening to Ren on repeat, and I've listened to these songs over and over and over, and I really understand the story so much more than I did in real time. And I want to go ahead and just talk about that real quick before this video ends. These tales that Ren is telling us through Jenny, James, and Violet, we see how genetics impact our lives, regardless of the fact that the people that we are genetically linked to raised us or not. We see these tales of Jenny from the very beginning. We see that she's a child of the streets. She grew up in the system, and it chewed her up and spat her back out. We see that she is now working the streets she comes into contact with James, aka Screech, who is also a product of the streets, growing up on his own. They both have grown up feeling unsafe and insecure, and we see how the series of unfortunate events just lays it all out. And then when we get to Violet's tale, we see the generational abuse and trauma and how genetics really play a role in who we are as people. Because like I said, it doesn't matter whether we grew up with the parental figures in our lives that are our blood or not. Regardless, genetics play a huge role in who we are, and it's very telling with Violet's story. We can see she grew up in a home with an absent mother struggling with substance use and an abusive father who never left her alone at night. And so she got into this habit more so of just survival, of being in a state of survival, of staying quiet, Violet being quiet. You know, we see that. We see Stevie in Violet's tale yelling at her, Violet, why are you always so quiet? To the point where he just gets enraged because she's not responding to him, but she's just doing what she knows how to do to keep herself safe, which is to stay quiet, to be silent, and to act like she's asleep, because that is how she survived the love that her father gave her. Inappropriate love that snowballed into her life. And some other thoughts that I've had about Violet's tale is like, oh, is Stevie a pimp? And did he rope her into working for him as just another cash cow? And then he gets her pregnant, and in the parallels between all four of them, Stevie, Violet, James, and Jenny. We see the parallels of their family unit, although completely dissolved and non-existent. We see how the genetics impact them. It's so incredible. These stories are amazing, and it's unfortunate that Violet's life was Jenny's life, and that Screech's life was Screech's life was Stevie's life. And the parallels there, and it's very sad overall that an entire family was annihilated over a series of unfortunate events that all stem from genetics and environment. And it's all just very interesting, and those are just my thoughts. And I originally thought, oh my gosh, Jenny died the same way Violet did, but that wasn't the case. Jenny died by knife. She died from bleeding out. Violet unfortunately succumbed to her injuries from being beaten to death. But although those manners of death are very different, they still hold significance, because when using a knife, like in the UK, I know that you don't have access to guns, and that stabbings are very prominent. That's a weapon of choice. But stabbing and using a knife is a very personal act. I'm a crime junkie, and I love true crime, and I'm analytical, and I really kind of spiral about things, but using a knife is very personal. Just like beating someone to death is very personal, and they both take extreme amounts of energy to do. And so that's just very interesting from a storytelling aspect, and just the stories in general of Jenny and Screech and Violet.
Wow. Wasn't expecting that.
So Violet's her mother.
Yeah.
And Jenny and Screech are brother and sister, but they never knew each other because obviously she died when they were born, and they were probably in foster care.
They were separated, yeah. And then he killed her, and then he got killed.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. It's I guess a series of very unfortunate events.
Yeah, but it's a take on.
Feud.
It's actually about generational abuse.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, like it, so the kid's father was an abuser.
Yep.
She, obviously, Violet was the type that, that's kind of probably who she attracted a little bit, but
yeah.
But again, so like trans to the kids, right? It's like, interesting, but so again, like most, like I'm the same way. It hit you right as soon as he said that. You're
yeah.
like, wow.
My thought process at the beginning was like, oh, is Violet's story, is she a bystander, and did she get hit?
Yeah.
When Screech, by a stray bullet,
yeah.
and then I didn't even think about that. I didn't even realize, like, oh, we're talking about the past.
Right, it went back to 2005. So
I
this was
didn't
done
realize-
in 2019.
yeah,
so
I
it's
didn't
14
realize,
years, right?
like,
You said
the-
Screech was 14.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I didn't catch that was the year.
Yeah.
I thought that was maybe like a zip code in,
Yeah,
in
no.
the
But
UK or whatever. I didn't
interesting.
catch that the year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's deep.
Right.
And
The one
There's
take
a lot
stuff
there.
though, you know, him playing and the guitar work. He's obviously, you know, classically trained guitarist, you know.
yeah.
But he was self-taught. I did find all
fingers are
that out
just
too. He
all
went to
over the
college
place.
afterwards, but he's taught himself how to play everything, and he kind of did everything by ear. I think that's kind of why he does like Jimi Hendrix, because Jimi Hendrix was the same way. He didn't know how to read music either.
No.
So it's
Nick
just
Cannon did his way through.
yeah. It's just exactly right. You
That's
just
what we
know
say.
it. Yeah. Drumline reference. I love it.
Yeah.
That's one of my
Some
favorite
of these
movies.
kids
though.
nanoways are that way. They're just Nick Cannoning it up, and it's
Nick
like
Cannoning it up.
sometimes you really can't
As
fake
long
it
as they're not
till you
Nick
make
Cannon
it.
in another way and having 75 kids.
Yeah, or Elon Musk.
Yeah.
It's just too many babies. It's too much going on. But I really enjoyed those tales of Jenny and Screech and Violet, their mother. And if you enjoy this tale, please let us know in the comments below. Were you as shocked?
Don't forget
as
to like
I
and
was?
subscribe.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're not, head on over to Ren's channel. I'm sure he's going to be blowing up soon. If he's not already blown up, I don't know why. Like, at this point, I'm sold. Like, this is so much like pot meat kettle. Like, it's just very much in your face, nail on the head.
Very raw, very
And it's
just
cathartic.
real.
Really. Yeah, it's
Very
very
real.
real. The
His-
situations are,
all of his music
very
is this way.
real.
So
you got talks about DV, SA, all of, and just, yeah, like you said, generational trauma or generational abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Just sometimes not even and that does happen. Not even, you have those moments where you get separated, but sometimes things just work out that way where you tend to be attracted to those types of behaviors. Not really sure if it's a genetic thing or if it's predisposition in some
Right.
kind of way, but it does happen. It's an interesting outlook. And we should all look at things objectively and not so much subjectively, because when we are in too much of a subjective mindset, we don't take a step outside and see other people's perspectives or
That's
points
right.
of views
that's right.
or what's going on. So with that, I'm really grateful you spent your time with us today watching Ren and reacting. And we're going to go ahead and, I think, do one more reaction to Ren together. And we're going to continue this Ren haul. So thank you so much. Please hit that subscribe button so you can stick around for the growth of the Rosebush. Thank you so much, and see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.